So anyway, so I was like, all right, Nicole. So once she broke all of that down to me, and she was just like, you don't owe nobody nothing, Keisha. And I was just in this space, like I said, I was waking up, and my spirit is like, Keisha, you're going. God didn't even give me 2 seconds to think about this. Okay, so when I tell you, so this is how I did it. I just decided not to pay certain things. I'm not gonna lie to you. I decided not to pay certain things. I had a car at the time, which was only maybe like 2 years old, right? It was I bought it brand new. So I had a car at the time, I had a car payment, I had a car insurance. And that was one of the things I was struggling with staying on top of, paying my car insurance, paying the car payment. Like that was just a whole nother headache, right? So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna let them repo my car. And I'm not gonna pay it. So I let them repo the car. Okay, so they repoed the car. Damn. There's some other things I chose not to pay. Okay, I took that money, I bought suitcases, I booked out flights. Well, I didn't book the flights right away, but I booked out flights, and I got my kids their passports. Now, mind you, all right, so I had chose not to pay certain things, and I took that money and I did what I had to do, and we moved. Okay, I expedited my kids' passports. Like I said, I got them within 2 weeks, and we were gone. Like the few people that I told, they thought I was crazy. My best friend actually thought I was playing. She thought I was playing. She was like, she didn't believe it. Then when she came over my house and she saw that I was packing up all of this stuff and putting it in bags, taking stuff to the thrift store. So I took a lot of stuff to the thrift store, but when I left my apartment, y'all, it was still furnished. I still had my sofas in there, my glass tables, and I had some decent stuff. My apartment was pretty cool. I left everything. I left everything. Now, some of the stuff my best friend did come and get, like some appliances and stuff like that, I gave to her. But I left everything. Like the apartment was still furnished, flat screen TVs left in there, a brand new dresser and bunk bed. I left everything. When I tell you I walked away from it all, I walked away from it all. I even gave my business up. I gave up the business, and I was battling with that if I wanted to do that or not. But my spirit told me to let it go. So I let it go, okay? So, bam. So when I made this decision, right, God did tell me, like, Keisha, be quiet. Don't tell nobody what you're doing. Do not tell nobody that you're moving. And, at the time I'm thinking like, well, I want to tell some people. I want to tell, those who I think care about me or love me. I want to let them know that I'm moving. But my spirit was like, Keisha, be quiet. Like, do not tell nobody what you're doing, right? So unfortunately, I didn't listen, right? And I told a few people, which I did do, and some did amazing with the information, right? Some were actually supportive. Those are my real friends, right? They were actually supportive. Then there were some people who were very negative, okay? I mean, and that's why God told me to be quiet, because there were going to be some negativity that was going to come when you go to do something big like this and make a move, and then the people that love you don't agree with what you're doing or think that you're crazy, okay? So people thought I was crazy. So the few people that I told, I was like, I at least want to tell these people, right? So to a degree, I do regret telling some people, to be completely honest with you. So I kept it quiet. A lot of people did not even know that I moved. They didn't know. Like, I start posting stuff like I'm here in Costa Rica. People was wondering, are you on vacation? Like, I'm like, no, I live here. We moved. So, it was a shocker to a lot of people. But anyway, so I had to get out of the United States, y'all. Like, I just had to go. I was like, this cannot be life. Like, this just can't be life. Like, hurdle after hurdle, struggle after struggle. Like, it's just like money, money, money. Like, that's all they want. Like, money, and everything is so expensive. All right, bam. So when I got to Costa Rica, I had my best friend. I love her so much. My best friend helped me sell my stuff. So I sold everything from Costa Rica, but if I couldn't sell it, I didn't even care. Somebody came and bought my bed frame, all the stuff was nice, the dresser, okay, and then the guy wanted the TV. My best friend was like, the man want the flat screen TV, which was a big flat screen TV. And I'm like, all right, well, how much he got? And he was like $20 or something. I said, all right, I don't care, he can have it. Like, when I tell you about it, he could have had it for free. I did not care. None of that stuff mattered to me. And in that process, I learned how to detach myself from things. Because I used to have a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes. Those who know me know I had so many clothes. And I would turn around and say I don't have no clothes. But I had so many clothes, so many things, so many pair of shoes. And I feel like I used to have attachment to those things. I learned how to detach myself during that process. I learned a lot during that process, okay? All right, so I want to remind y'all that I never been to Costa Rica a day in my life. Okay, never been to Costa Rica. I don't even know if I even knew about Costa Rica, to be completely honest with y'all. Okay, so during the 2 weeks of me waiting for my girls' passports, I went on YouTube and I looked up some videos. I looked up some things, and that was it. I'm literally stepping my kids and I into a country that we've never been to before, right? And this is my story. Some people might say, oh, you're crazy. Why would you do that? Let me tell you something. I did what God told me to do, and it was the best decision that I could have ever made. And when I tell you everything worked out the way it was supposed to, everything worked out the way it was supposed to, right? So I'm just trusting. This is what it means when somebody say have faith. Okay, like people will say they have faith all day long. Do you really? Because when I tell you, when you are stepping into the unknown and you have no clue what's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen, but you are trusting in God and the universe that everything's gonna work out for you. And that's what I had. That's what I had. That's what I was holding on to, and that is what got me this far here in Costa Rica, almost 4 years later. Okay. So I'm gonna share more about my experience. I'm gonna give y'all some more, about some things. I've been here for almost 4 years, and I'm just now coming out with my story, but everything happens according to God's time, right? And the time is now. The time is now for me to share my experience with the world. And prayerfully, I will help someone with this story, with this journey, with, those who are following my life here in Costa Rica. So much has happened in 4 years, like literally so much. So it's like catching up. So much has happened.